What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great Thirsty Thursday as we get ready for our last preseason game and get ready for cuts coming next week. Kind of crazy how fast everything has come together. Makes you appreciate having the NFL season, because it seems like it takes forever to get here, and before you know it, it's gone. So, sitting here thinking, and I had my buddy come through, and I cannot think of his name right now. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. Sometimes I think it's the wood dust and all the chemicals and stuff in here. That, or it might have been that I was was a wedge buster at JMU. That could be the problem too. Working here on these cabinet doors that I built yesterday and today, and getting them painted so we can get them up in place. So that way you can't see what's inside the cabinets. Anyway, we were talking about running backs, and I had a deja vu moment back at JMU because we got Deuce Vaughn. Deuce is loose. Deuce is cool. I love Deuce, but he's tiny. He's real tiny. And I started thinking back to, we had, I can't remember the names right now, but we had two running backs that were small. Now we also had Warren Marshall, who got drafted by Denver, who was big. Shades. When he hit you, you needed some shades because you were black and blue. All right, Shades Marshall's no joke. Big guy. But then we had these two, we call them stumps, from Tidewater, Virginia. They were short, low to the ground, and fast as hell. I hated them because we ran a wing T offense. And wing T is like a bastard offense because it's predicated on misdirection. It's not normal, where, typically you have flow of the offensive lineman trying to hook you, so you fight pressure, but the ball's actually going over there. It's basically very, very deceptive. And then when you had small running backs that could hide literally behind the offensive line, you can't find them. You're sitting there looking, you can't, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Next thing you know, there he is outside. And those small guys, they're fast. And they also have a low center of gravity. And so when you hit them, sometimes it's actually harder to bring them down than a big person. Because it's like a tree. It gets in that storm, it topples real easy. But how many times have you seen a stump get blown over by a tornado? It's low to the ground. Wind's got no effect to it. So when people say that Deuce Vaughn, he's too small, he can't do anything, I will say that's where you're wrong. Now, I'm not saying that every small guy is going to be an effective running back. I'm not saying go out and just say, let's find the littlest guy out there, we're going to make him an NFL running back. That's not the case. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it is possible for a smaller person to be an incredible back. Take a look at Darren Sproles. And mind you, Emmitt Smith wasn't exactly a giant. Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. I'm taller than Barry Sanders, and I ain't that tall. Right, baby? I am taller than he is, but I said I'm not that tall. I'm tall enough. Oh, but you wouldn't mind if I were taller, though, would you?
Maybe.
Women always want another inch. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. And the other part of the equation and I don't know that Deuce Vaughn, aren't those pretty? Look at those doors. Aren't those pretty? I don't know that Deuce Vaughn was going to be an every down back in the same way. Whoa, we don't want the camera to fall. That Tony Pollard is going to be an every down back, because I like the air of mystery. Because the thing is when you run the same plays over and over and over again with the same guy, you get the tendencies, you get the feel of the game, and you understand what they're going to be doing with that guy. If you're playing multiple backs, each one is a little bit different, and it's harder to get the tendencies down for that guy. So you're better off from the standpoint of keeping the defense from getting into a flow, and you're also better off because you're keeping them healthier by the time the season ends. And ultimately, that's the goal. We want a healthy team going into the playoffs. That's one of the things and problems that we have that people seem to ignore is by the time playoffs get here, playoffs? You're talking about playoffs? Yeah, I'm talking about playoffs. By the time playoffs get there, if we're lucky enough to make the playoffs, because there's no guarantee that we're going to make playoffs, you need to be healthy. And our running backs have not been healthy when playoffs have come around in the past. So we got to do better with that, bro. The thing I really and truly love, for no other reason, I can't say that what Mike McCarthy is going to be calling is going to be better than what Kellen Moore was calling. But I will say that it's going to be different than what Kellen Moore was calling. And so that alone is going to have defenses having to figure out what they have to stop, as opposed to knowing what Kellen Moore was going to do. And I actually can't wait to see how Justin Herbert does with Kellen Moore as the coach. That's going to be an interesting one. All right, I got 2 more doors out there that I got to finish sanding so I can get those painted. And then I got my door right there. I got to paint that one white. And then I got to sand those so I can put some varnish on those doors. Whew. And then maybe mix some plaster and do some plastering. Work never ends here at the Red Brick House, I'll tell you that. There's always shit to do, as Tom Brady would say. Hope y'all are having a great Thursday so far, and I don't want to jinx it. We haven't had any negative news on the Cowboys, and let's hope it stays that way. Peace.